lied to me, Jack. You can't do fucking horizontal, dude. It just won't let you do it, dude. It does for recording, but it doesn't do it for lives. So fuck if I know. Alright, well, technical difficulties, guys. I'll try something new. Fuck, if anybody can figure it out, let me know how you can make a live stream where you can make it horizontal view. This is orientation is locked. Rotate the device back. So how do I unlock? That's something new for me. Because I know it does bother one of my viewers, but he never says it's me specifically. He just says in general. And that is Jack. Jack! If you watch this, let me know, dude. Anyway, so I'm going to go back to this way. Good morning, everybody. Today it is Sunday, February 15, I believe, because my other cell phone is on, still on Filipino time. Anyways, I'm out here in the backyard. God, dude. Doing a little bit of gardening. I'm tending to my... I'm not sure there's a lemon tree or a calamansi tree that I've had. It's growing. I need to repot it, but I just put some new soil and put some fertilizer and stuff. Just gonna talk about some stuff. So let me start off my live stream. I saw the funniest shit yesterday. I can only stand for a little bit. So let's see. Morning, everybody. It's California Bear, your favorite bear, coming to you live from San Diego, California. How you doing, everybody? Sorry I haven't shaved yet. I need to get a haircut. I'm feeling better, man. Those back shots. Oh, dude. They help a little bit. A little bit. That's all we want. I felt the difference now since Friday. So let me get some water and water this up, and then I'll start what I was going to talk about and shit. I hope everybody's doing all right. Let me switch this around. Hoo 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 hoo. Alrighty, alright. So, there we go. Sorry, guys. I need to double check. So today is Sunday the 15th. So that's it. On Sunday, I'm gonna read something because I was watching a couple of YouTubers. One I do follow, one I used to follow, and one I follow because I listen to what he says, and sometimes I really like his what he says. Sometimes I don't always agree with everything he says, but I respect what he says, and I like that he's a world traveler, and he shows his adventures where he goes. and just what he likes. The guy likes to drink coffee, drink beer, and eat desserts and eat nice lunches. He travels through a little bit of Southeast Asia. Yeah, I know he does like going to Indonesia. He'll travel to the Philippines when he can, and he likes going to um, Europe a lot. You know. So that being said, he's one of the expats that congregates in Angeles City when he has a chance. So he's part of that. Well, not part of that group, but he's from that community that you know that group through friends. The other person was somebody that I used to call the mayor of Angeles City that I did follow for many years, but I just stopped following on my own. I wasn't persuaded by anybody. I just made my own decision not to follow the person anymore because I just kind of started seeing things that I didn't like, and just made my own decision and stuff. Um, I don't like people that pretend to be something they're not. That's okay, that's fine. But when they try to start accusing people of something that they're basically guilty of and try to persecute that person and try to make it their thing, that's another thing. But then when they try to use other people, they're instigators and try to use other people to try to get their way on that, based on that, being a hypocrite, yeah, I have no respect for those people. So that's what this person is. So this person actually opened up another channel. So his channel he's had for like almost 10 years wouldn't get shut down because he finally got a copyright strike. He said he was going to do another channel so that way with another email so that way there'll be no connection to it. He said it in his own words, but now he was backtracking that he's, oh, that's not really it. This is just my thoughts and whatever. People might not like it, and he goes off and on how about the woke left and dude, all this other mumble jumble shit, dude. But what got me the most is he starts it off. He says, "I'm gonna start off with something I never do. I'm gonna start it off with a prayer." And he starts off, and the prayer he reads, I forgot, but I'm gonna read up a prayer that he needs to know. Here's the thing, dude. I wasn't raised Christian. Um, my mother was raised Seventh Day Adventist. My dad was raised Catholic, but that was never ever really, other than being baptized Catholic when I was a child. I was never pushed into anything past that. I was never forced to go to church. Well, we went a couple times, but never like religiously. Either one of them, I went, but you know, it wasn't a regular thing. Anyways, they kind of just let me figure out things by my own, and I did. But I mean, I did read the Bible on my own, and here's one that always stuck with me, a verse. This one, and actually this one, I live it because it makes so much sense to me. So I'm gonna read it to you guys. He that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her is found in John 8:7, King James Version. And KJV, Jesus spoke these words to accusers wanting to stone a woman caught in adultery, challenging them to recognize their own sinfulness. The verse teaches against hypocrisy and harsh judgment. Key context to the detail. Context to the Pharisees brought a woman caught in adultery to Jesus to trap him, testing if he would uphold Mosaic law, which requires stoning or show mercy. Result: after Jesus' statement, the accuser left one by one, stating with the oldest. Outcome: Jesus did not condemn the woman, telling her to go and sin no more. Common translations NIV: let any one of you who is without sin be the first to throw a stone at her. NLT: all right, but let the one who has never sinned throw the first stone. I live by that. I live by that. Even though I'm not religious, even though I'm not a Christian. I'm not anti-Christian. Okay, don't take that thing, but I'm not a practicing Christian. It's not that I don't believe in Christ either. It's just I'm not Christian. I'm not practicing Christian. Okay. How you doing, Hassan? Hasma, I mean, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by, saying hi, and where you from, please. This person decided to do his verse, and I forgot what it was. It just made no sense, you know. It's just he's trying to pretend something that he's not. He's trying to portray, but then he was trying to turn everything around. Is what he's. That's what I said. He's a hypocrite, and I saw that a long time ago. He's trying to save face for the things he's done in the past, of trying to go after people of things that he's been guilty of. And I remember that thing that verse stuck with me because it's the way you treat others is the way that you want to be treated. You know, that's the way I took it. So if you disrespect people, the people will disrespect you. Which pretty much to me, I live by the rule: you fuck around, you're gonna find out. Bye bye. Thank you for stopping by. So this YouTuber has fucked around enough, man. He's been around the Philippines long enough to know. He's made plenty of enemies with expats. There was no need for it, you know? But he's done it. And now he's really going after people, you know, out in the open, just for drama to try to make his YouTube channel like more popular. I mean, that's how bored he is. Yeah, he's dropping views because he relies on that money. He said in the past, I don't get Social Security yet. I don't have anything. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck he lives on then, you know? So, I mean, he used to make good money, I guess. I mean, he was probably making about 5 grand or more a month. He used to get views back when he was in Angeles. But once he moved to another place, that's pretty much paradise, dude. He's supposed to just live, you know, retired, you know, but he's just not finding it. Basically, where he moved to is no country for old men. It's a place for young people, dude. It's a paradise. And he just hasn't found his niche there. It's not what he had before when he used to walk up and down Angeles, not even Angeles City, just that one strip, dude, where all the bars are at, and just filming, you know, what was happening and stuff. But then he basically what he's guilty of, what he accuses people of doing, you know, and he got called out on it. He didn't like it, so he's a hypocrite. I just wanted to say that. So that's it. I don't want to deal with it. You know, I'll let other people deal with it. I just think it's funny, dude. I just want to check out his new channel. I could only take like about a couple seconds of it, dude. I mean, he had one video. I guess he puts videos up and he takes them down again right away. Puts them up, takes them down, and like that's what he was talking about. Oh, he's just backpedaling. Won't show his face. He's just talking. He's gone Frank Battaglia now, dude. That's how bad it's become. If you don't know who Frank Battaglia is, dude, is just some fucking man that's lost his marbles out in Bataya Beach and just rambles on and on and on. That's Phil in the Philippines now, dude. He's lost his marbles, dude. And the other one was a short from the movie. I think it's called Taxi Driver. It's an old movie from the '70s. I remember this movie. It was a really it was in the '70s. Robert De Niro was the actor, the main character, and it's about a guy that's just like he's a. You gotta watch the movie. Just check it out on YouTube. But it was like for back then, the story and everything. Harvey Keitel's in it. I won't tell you the characters, you know what they did, but Harvey Keitel's another character in it, and Jodie Foster. I think it might be one of her first. Yeah, I think this because I think she did roles before in Disneyland, but this is like the first role. She's actually a 13-year-old prostitute. There we go. So look up Taxi Driver. So he's a taxi driver at night in New York. I'll leave it at that, dude. It's a trippy movie. My parents took me to watch this movie. Dude, it's yeah, it's not for kids. But there's a scene where he thinks he's got to turn into a vigilante after he starts singing. Right, this is what it is. So I think somehow Philly thinks that he's a vigilante now. Right, and so Robert De Niro, I forget the name of the character. There's a scene where he's like, he's trying to act like a tough guy, and he's in his little like dinky apartment in New York, and he's like, look at the mirror. He's all, you talking to me? You you talking to me? You you talking to me? He's just practicing what he's gonna do out in the street in case he gets confronted. And then it's like, dude, this is like, I'm like, really, Philly? I mean, this is what you're gonna do out in public, dude? You're such a chicken shit bitch, dude. I'm like, what do? You're gonna hop off your fucking trike, dude? You're gonna be a fucking fucking psychotic fucking truck driver at night, dude? And you can be fucking, what? You talking to me? You fucking piece of shit, dude. That's fucking hilarious. I told that to somebody. I, I just, oh my god, dude. Just, Philly, I've lost all respect for you, bro. Seriously, dude. You're losing it, bro. It's time to hang it up, bro. Time to hang it up. Seriously, man. You're losing it. You're losing it, bro. Anyways, I'll leave that. I'm done. I'm done with that subject. That's all I wanted to say. I was telling it since last night. I literally fell off the couch laughing when I saw that clip. You know. But hey, if you can't laugh at yourself, you can't laugh at nobody. I mean, look at me, dude. I laugh at myself every day, dude. I watch my old videos. So, anyways, thank you for the like, whoever stopped by. I appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, anybody. Right now, I'm just doing live streams because I have no memory on anything in my phones, my cameras, everything, my computers. I've said this over and over. I'm working on it, guys. Just right now, just real tight. Fuck. Talk about tight budgets, dude. My son's birthday's next month. He'll be 6. Valentine's Day just passed yesterday. All I gave my wife was that I love you. I do. I asked her a couple days ago. Oh no, she said I love you. I said why? There is no why. That was her answer right away. There is no why. Yeah, you're right. There is no why in I love you. Just an I. She just loves me. Through all the shit we've been through. You know, I'm not some rich foreigner. She knows that now. Anybody that sees my channel has seen that, especially when I was in the Philippines. But we're a family, no matter what, and that's what counted the most. We had our health and our happiness, and we're together, and that's what I needed to get me going now, because now the motivation is back. I feel it, man. I don't want to talk about everything that's been going on as far as, but little by little, I've been making moves in a direction. Um, I enrolled in City College, and I got to go back and check in also this week about that. And then I actually I didn't go chat GTT. I actually went and it was by accident or divine intervention. Everything I think is somehow was meant to happen. I was I was trying to hit my Internet Explorer on my laptop to open up the browser, and I think I clicked on the wrong button, and it opened up the Copilot or whatever. How you doing? Hi. MSN's got their own version of AI, right? And it popped up. I'm like, And it always used to be on this side over here on my taskbar, and it's a click and I used to piss me off, you know. So then they put it down here with the updates. I'm like, oh fuck it. So I asked her, "Are you AI?" "Oh yes, I am. I'm here to help you on this and this and this. What can I help you with today?" Ah, que la chingada. So I started asking some questions, dude, and then started going into details and stuff. Uh huh. Okay. And it was a little bit more more detail, easier to use than ChatGTP. You know, if you guys have any experience for AI or just barely getting used to using AI, you'll know what I'm talking about. Because it's not like just right now, AI is not at the point where it's like they make it seem like on TV. It still has some glitches. You know, it seems like it's still, you know. Anyways, oh, this one was asking me specifically what you want, because when I use it on Facebook, dude, it's like kind of like it won't give you exactly what you know. It just what it thinks you want, or just yeah, it does it on its own. Doesn't. Anyways, I started asking about a career change for a 55-year-old, a 55-year-old that is disabled, that can do a remote job for the rest of his, you know, career life, whatever, something like that. Disabled, 55-year-old, remote job that's going to clear 50 plus K. Sure. I think it spit out like 5 or 7 jobs. Okay. But specifically, what are you looking for? And I put the, you know, like this is. And these are all like, you know, well, no experience and stuff. So some of these are some like entry level, da da da, you know, and then some were trainable and stuff, or where you can take classes. And I mean, I was telling you, you can take classes free here. You can go Google. Oh, there's another rabbit. Ya está una familia de conejos allá arriba, en la yarda de Clay. Andan corriendo. Unos conejos, ahorita los estaba mirando. Some rabbits, sorry. I haven't seen rabbits back here in the backyards in a long time. It's in my neighbor's yard. Anyways, so yeah, I was like, oh, cool, you know. So yeah, it took me 2 days to, so I got everything. Like it gave me a whole, like, you know, it finally I decided on one specific career. And I'm not going to divulge yet what it is, but it broke it down, what classes, in what order I should take, where I can take them, um, and what weeks, how I should study, and then broke it down per week, how many hours of whatever I need, how to build a portfolio. I mean, dude, it did everything. It structured it down. Would you like me to do this in a Word document or PDF file, or I hate saying that word now, dude. That's got such a fucking bad connotation when you use that fucking, you know. Anyways, you know what I mean. Um, so yeah. Now the only thing I can't think is I can't figure out how to download that or how to get that whole thing in a file. I'm still learning, guys. You know, that's the thing. So I was telling my neighbor, my good friend, like, the first thing he goes to me, "Oh, do you know how to type at all?" No, motherfucker. That's why I'm going to City College, dude. So I can start taking some of these classes. That's so I can, dude. I mean, fuck, dude. When I first got into trade, I didn't really need to know how to fucking read a tape measure. I had to learn. And what I mean, needing tape measures like fractions and shit, you know, like fucking real fast, you know, hey, a quarter inch, you know, eighth, you know, in your head. That's what I mean. When you're doing construction and stuff, you got to know the math real quick. You know, you can't be like, oh, you know, that's what I'm trying to say. So yeah, I said, yeah, dude. So I know, you know, what classes I can take, you know, at home, like typing, I can take that at home on a program, you know, or I can go to, you know, adult continuing classes or whatever, you know, where they'll have the classes like that, you know, keyboarding and stuff like that. Um, it said, you know, you need Excel. And I remember I self taught Excel back in the 90s, late 90s, 2000. So, you know, that's something I can take a class for also online and stuff. How you doing? Harifas. Hafidasia. Hi. So, yeah, you know. So that's going on. My back. Things are looking up. Little by little, guys. Little by little. So right now I was watching my kind of my friend or whatever, we talk off. He's actually the only one on YouTube that I talk to, but I was watching his other video, his last video stuff, and I put a long ass fucking comment. And I said I gotta talk about this and stuff, and he was talking about pretty much negative things around you, situations, people and situations. So if you're one of those people that are always like focusing on the negative, like, oh, he's one of those people that sit in front, whatever, CNN, Fox News, MSN. I'll give you an example. I quit doing that a long time ago, dude. I mean, I gave up regular TV, starting with the news a long time ago, right? Because I noticed that. I'm like, dude, it's like whatever you watch, dude, you start feeling it. It's what it is. You watch all the bad shit and you start feeling it, man. Like, fuck, dude, you get wrapped up in it. So kind of like YouTube's the same thing too. Social media is the same thing too. Because the algorithm, like fucking, that's what they start pushing out. You start watching stuff about the protest or the whatever. You know. So that's all you start like you start taking in, and it starts affecting you. It does. And that kind of goes in, and then you start manifesting that, and then you start pushing that out. So what I said to this person was that everything is vibration. I'm not gonna get fucking new age on you guys. It's not, because it is. Everything is vibration. Everything on vibration. What we see and hear and smell and taste, everything's vibration. Everything. It's just at a lower frequency where we can actually touch it and feel it and stuff. It's just such a low vibration that we can, interact with it, because it's all vibration going through our eyes and the way it's being transferred into our brain and stuff, our voice and all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, I gotta pick up something over there. My dog left. All right, so right now I didn't do my homework on this stuff, but I've been following this stuff for a long time and stuff about vibration and frequencies and everything. Um, Once I start doing my videos, maybe I'll start doing that where I edit and take stuff and put them in videos so I can explain better stuff. But basically, the best way I can describe it is, when you're like, when you're in love, and when you're happy because you got, or if you have a puppy, or you have a kitten, or you get a hug from your mom or your girlfriend or somebody, it's like you feel good, you feel like that feeling, that ecstasy, and like like you feel like that's a higher frequency of vibration that you're feeling. You feel it here. It's like you do, don't you? You feel it right here. You think it's right here. When you're upset, when you're sad, it's like a broken heart, or you lost somebody. It's like just drowning, or you're depressed. It's kind of like it's like a lower stage frequency. Or when you're angry. enraged, and it's just, it's like this thing in this frequency you're feeling and stuff, and that radiates whatever you're feeling. You're even if you're vocal and whatever, you're one of those people. Yeah, you're gonna fucking send it out. But even if you're not, even if you're keeping it inside, some people can feel that from you. So it spreads. We see it all the time on TV. We see it all the time. Do we see it from politicians? We see it from preachers. We see it from YouTubers. We see it from streamers. It just all depends, what we vibe with. What we vibe with. Okay? Yeah. The what do you call it? The Beach Boys, Good Vibrations. Good vibrations. Yeah, I'm on. Good vibrations. That's what that was meant the whole time. Good vibrations. Good vibes. So with me, I grew up listening to music, all kinds of music. Rock, soul, uh, R&B, classical, folk, psychedelic music. My parents were a big influence on me from their music taste, but then I picked up my own in the 70s and stuff, in the 80s and stuff and whatnot. But just like I said, depending what I was feeling, I'm like, depending on what I want to listen to. So if I'm feeling like, like kind of energetic, like, or whatever, I just need some steam. I listen to some metal or some punk or whatever. I'm feeling some like, it's like good feeling, vibration, whatever, some reggae. You know, it's when I fucking study or relax or something new, I'll listen to some jazz or some classical music. Put in some Mozart, Beethoven. Listen to all kinds of music. It's just to get the mood going even more. It just expands and stuff. I mean, the magnets for vibration. Just if you have animals, just look how they react, dude, without you saying a word. Just especially if you're in a bad mood or you're in a really sad mood, your animals they'll pick up on that. So people pick up on that. That's why sometimes people don't want to be around you if you're too much of a negative Nelly or whatever. You attract people or you repel people away from you. And I think that's been one of my issues too. That I tend to repel people because it's just how I am. I'm a hermit. I'm just a loner. I've always been like that. But that's just how I am. It's not because I don't want people around me. It's just the way I am. People that really want to be around me are the ones that have to push. You know, somehow they have to really push through the door to. All right, cool. You want to hang out. This is my life here. I don't party. I don't really do anything. I don't really drink. You know, I just vape sometimes. And I fill it up. I vape. It's mocha latte, non. This is non for all personal vaporization, but zero nicotine, by the way. Because lately I've had the urge to start smoking again, but I don't want to smoke. God, dude. But yeah, things are moving along. I got a set in motion. The end goal is to reunite with my family again. Eventually, obviously. This it's gonna be a road, but hopefully it's not gonna take as long as it did last time. But I see, I see light. It's not a tunnel. Right now, I'm looking at that view over there. See if you can see. I see that. It's a clear day, and I see it's all the way across the freeway. There's some treetops over there. I can see that over there, and that's what my vision is right now. I see it. I can see. I can see it from here right now. It's not like it was like a 5 years from now, from ago, where I used to have this vision, and I'm like, dude, I don't see nothing ahead, and all these problems like right in front of me, right next to me, right over me, right below me, and stuff. Now it's like, okay, you know what? And not so much plans, but hey, you know what? Start moving. And the more you start moving, you start seeing some progress. If it means just losing a pound or two, if it means walking around the block, 2 blocks, walking a mile, walking 2 miles now, I'm seeing progress. And that's a motivation just for me. It's not to impress anybody. I've come a long way. Come a long way. In fact, last night was the first time I slept in my bedroom for the first time. I don't know how many years. I've been sleeping in the living room on the couch. I know since I came back from the Philippines, so that's been at least since October last year. But even before that, I was doing that. I was sleeping in my bedroom because it's gonna sound stupid, but basically that's really what I was feeling. When you think about it now, it is stupid. But I was worried that if I got too sick, like had a massive stroke or something, nobody was gonna know. As opposed to somebody, walking by the living room and just watch me laying there for like a couple days or weeks or whatever. Like, oh fuck, this guy kind of smells or something. As opposed to being in my bedroom, because I was in my bedroom for literally days, weeks. I would come out, just go to the restroom and get something to eat maybe, and then they just go back to my bedroom, and nobody would check on me. And I'm like, well, dude, if something really happens to me where I do have a massive stroke or something, nobody's gonna know. Because if I do have a, I can't get the phone, or, you know what I mean? I can't yell. At least I'm laying on the couch. I'm like, that was my mentality. If I'm dead, well, fuck, I'm dead. Ain't nothing they can fucking do about it, right? But that's what I was thinking, guys. I know. Kind of dumb. I know. But like I said, that's what I was thinking back then. So last night, or yesterday, I cleared out a bunch of things because I had a bunch of stuff laying on my bed. And I moved all this stuff around. First thing my dog did was lay on the fucking bed. And he slept there all day yesterday. Or yesterday I got home. I went out with my friend. Did some errands. It was cold and I turned on the heater. And it was freaking freezing. So I turned on the heater, and as soon as it got warm, I passed out. I fell asleep on the couch and I woke up. I think it was close to 11, 10:45 or so. I let the dog out. He did his business, ran back inside. I said, let's go, dude. Went straight to the bedroom. He hopped on the bed. I hopped on there. And I was out, dude. And it's been the best sleep I've had in I don't know how long, man. Because it got to the point where I was sleeping on the couch was uncomfortable. Now that my back is a little better right now, I had those shots on the low back part of my back. Yeah, dude. So now I can't wait till they do the. Now I wish they did all of it. So I go next week for a consultation. Go next week for a consultation. Or next month, I mean. And then they're gonna see about doing the rest, maybe the middle of the back. I don't know how far up the neck they're gonna do, but it's 3 sessions. So, and he said pretty much indefinitely they can keep doing it. So we'll see. We'll see. They say that pretty much till insurance runs out is what they mean. So, it is what it is, dude. I ain't gonna worry about that. But if it works, all right, awesome, dude. I think that's cool. These are easy to open. I reuse these things. Why do you reuse them? Because they're originally not. But you have to be careful because they'll break. There we go. There we go. Ah, nice. So yeah, I'm feeling positive. I go back to City College this week and see what's up, you know. And like I already got a structure what classes. I'm gonna check with them, see what classes they have about doing them online, or if they have a adult continuing school where I can just crash and go, like the typing and other classes that they may offer online. And that's the way we'll do it. You know, we'll take a couple classes and get, you know, like I said, this thing broke it down because they asked how fast, and I said, well, I'm in no rush, so I want to get as much training as I can before I can, you know, and then go into it. And broke it down. Oh, okay, cool. The only thing it was that I saw, like I said, AI is not all up to date. It was giving me the dates, like, oh, 2025, even though I'm starting already here. It was giving me like 2025 and then 2026. So realistically, it should have said 2026 doing this, and then you start working 2027. But and there's actually jobs where you can do that. You start like there's companies, and that's another thing I was doing. I was looking at actually jobs that you can do online, and that's one of them. Where there's companies that hire you to interact with and then like I don't know how it works, but that basically like that you're interacting with, and then you send what they can do corrections. Like okay, well I was working with this thing, this part of it, and it was telling me had the wrong dates. And, no, okay, you know. So there's another thing I've been looking at. What you know jobs, you know. A lot of them are scams, by the way. I don't know if you guys knew that. And I mean, the more subtle ones, they'll lead you on for a while, and if they're decent, they'll tell you right away. Well, it's this much. The ones that are obvious, they just want your email, and address, phone number right away. Yeah. I'm talking about the ones you see like on Instagram. Yeah, those fucking things, dude. The last one was that was so funny. It was an investment group, and they have all these guys like and that you know, where they all have their like computers. They're on the living room and the kitchen. Oh, you know, it's like we're just a group of guys. You know, I'm not gonna charge anything. You know, this is what we make, and we just train people. You know, we help you out. This is what I want to do. Da, 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 da. Okay, what the fuck? You know, we don't charge anything though. What the fuck? I just stood there. So I send a message. Yeah, WhatsApp. I should have known right there. When it's WhatsApp, it's gonna be someone from Africa. No, not being racist, but yeah, I got a picture of some mm, Caucasian lady, and she was going, my friend, how are you, my friend, who the fuck are you? You're not my friend. Are you okay, my friend? Did you already send your phone number and your information, my friend? You stopped talking to me, my friend. Block. My friend, are you okay? You blocked me. Why did you block me, my friend? Block again? Yeah. I'm telling you, man. My friend. But that's another thing also. That's one thing one of the few things I regret. Just because I never understood it, man. I always got so, I just never took the time investing, you know. Basically, it's another way of gambling, but it's the way the world works, man. The stock market and everything. But I don't know, man. This cryptocurrency right now is like really, really just my attention. I've been hearing cryptocurrency for the last 10 years. I remember when I first heard about Bitcoin. That was back in 2010, 2011. I'm like, dude, you know, I didn't get into it because I just couldn't get enough information. I didn't know enough people that knew anything about it and stuff. You know, everybody just told me it was such a scam. It's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. You know, it's nothing. That's making a lot of things on the news. Hello from Drew PTs. How you doing? I'm not sorry, but yeah, there's something right now that's going on that's kind of piqued my interest. It's there. It's got potential if things go the way I think things are gonna go. Not because I'm gatekeeping, it's just because I haven't gone it. And if I go in it, and if I see an improvement, I'll promote it. It's like not promote it. I'll just talk about it. There we go. That's what I'll say. That's one thing I noticed. People with stock market or even crypto, they keep it real quiet because it's like something I don't understand. I don't understand. I thought they were just gatekeepers, and it's not that. It's like it's a way of saying, look, dude, I'm not giving you financial advice. It's like it's a risk, basically. So they don't want to be like, I don't want to be responsible if you lose all your money. You know, it's like so. To start with, I don't have money to lose anyways. And even if I had money to lose, I'm not that kind of person that puts all their eggs in one basket. Never was. But it'd be a nice little thing, you know, if you can just put something and then it's just a little something and it just goes whoosh. You know, that would just be an investment for the future for my son, anyways. For me, my time is my time's my time. I'll just say that. I'm 55. I'm 5 years away from being 60. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna have left. So it's time to really start thinking that way. Hey, how much time I got left? Just make the best of it now. Just don't waste it sitting on the couch anymore. Hey, does anybody know on YouTube there was a person that I follow, and actually it's a person that I met in person. Actually, he lives in the Philippines. He lives in Cebu, and he not too far away where I was living with my family. I was staying with my family, should I say? Um, uh, Joey, Life of Joey. What's his channel's name? Anyways, he was doing his first live stream. He's never done live streams before. He's starting to get into YouTube. He does a lot of TikToks, but he's starting to get into YouTube now. And he's a smoker, and he wasn't sure. I said, no, I don't think they care about cigarettes, but as far as like, or even drinking alcohol, I don't know if there's any rules about that. So if anybody knows that, let me know. Um, Even weed, I don't know if there's any problems with that or not. Let's see. Life of Joey.
Life of Joey.
Yeah, that's his channel. By the way, it's not again, not weed. So he lived. I'm not sure if it was north or south of me, but I was staying in Mandaue City. It was just close to there, which is Mandaue City. It's just south of Cebu City. No, north. That's north of Cebu City. So he might have been north of me. I don't know, south. Who knows? But I ran into him. I ran into him at the outside the mall, the local mall, Pacific Mall. It's a really small mall. And he was outside, and I saw him as we were walking now because we dropped off at the bus and then walked across the street and we were gonna go in. And I saw him, caught my eye, because he's American, but he was taller, and his face caught my right away. And I got close enough. I told my wife, "Hey, babe, I know that guy." Oh, okay. She's like, "Okay." And she didn't think, "Well, where would you know him from?" Like, who, do- who do you know here? And like, no, that guy. He's got a YouTube channel. And I walked up to him, hey, dude, do you have a YouTube channel? And he's like, he side eyed me too. He's like, uh, yeah. Why? Dude, I'm a follower, dude. My name, I didn't say my name. I said, I'm California Bear. He's all, I'm a follower, by the way. I'm a subscriber. And I'm like, oh, okay, right on. I shook his hand. Nice to meet you, bro. I said, do you live here, dude? I live here in I live here in Mandaue City with my wife and my kids. Oh, nice, And I had my boys with me. Oh, nice seeing you, bro. He's all, oh, all right. So, like I said, he didn't have a big channel back then. I mean, he only had like not even a couple hundred subscribers at that time back then. So his videos didn't really come up. But then I somehow found him on TikTok. And oh boy, on TikTok, he's known on TikTok. He's got a following on TikTok because, and this is what I like him actually. He's real. He's real, and he's more real than real. He actually he says how it is. Let's just say that, and he says it like I would say it without the profanity. That's it. And the thing is that I discovered also when I was over there, I would say things and I would just say how it was. And I wasn't like trying to be mean. I wasn't trying to like just say, dude, it's like, fuck, dude. I'll say something simple like, dude, I'm fucking sick and tired of these fucking scooters driving up and down on the fucking sidewalk, dude. It's irked the shit out of me and it's fucking dangerous because they would fucking get in my way and like almost run me over every time. Oh, well, if you don't like it, go back to your country. I'm sure in your country is not safe also. It was always Filipinos got pissed off or fucking insulted that you're like some how dare you say something bad about the Philippines. Well, goddamn it, dude, it's not perfect, dude. I mean, how the fuck do you think that's normal when the sidewalk is for fucking people walking, not for fucking motorcycles, you know? And that's the kind of shit that he would say. But so he got a lot of that last year, like that. He even said it, hey, dude, that he got death threats. He had people showing up to his fucking house. I mean, yeah, dude, like yeah, he basically went through the same shit that people go through on YouTube. And I forgot to tell him that, hey, dude, by the way, you're jumping from the pan to the fucking fire when you go from TikTok to the. I haven't told him that yet because I don't know if he's got an email or something. I got to go back to him because I saw him on a live stream. He was they had like a little caldera and he was helping. I think he was helping. They might be family or something. And and he was trying to like talk at the same time and everything, and like, oh, I've never done this before. I'm sorry. Nah, dude, it's cool. I like it because it's how should I call it? It's genuine. It's a genuine channel, and I saw how yeah. So Life of Joey, go check him out, guys. Check out Joey. Who else I want to throw a shout out at? Who else? There's somebody else I was watching too. I can't think of. Anyways, I should start making my list of channels. New channels. I was new channels. I'll stop watching some of the older channels I used to watch all the time. Oh, live streamers. That's another thing. Oh, that's what I want to talk about, guys. Yeah, I can't believe that's what I've been working on now. Um, let me put this big plant back. It's already soaked through already. I gave it some nice fertilizer and some Miracle Grow. It's gonna like that. I gotta repot it though. I got the pot big enough. I gotta empty them out. I'm keeping that location like it there. Yeah, I had a. I don't know if you guys, some of these followers still watch my old ones, but I started planting over there, and they didn't take off. I did them like half-ass. You're supposed to put them in like under a hot, and I couldn't find it. I didn't buy any. None of them are sprouting yet. They need heat. Those aren't chilies. This is like whatever. Those are just weeds. But none has sprouted. God dang it. It was just a waste of time. I mean, I got seeds and shit, but you need like a heating mat. Even these haven't sprouted yet either, because they're older seeds. But I got some over here. See, I put them here and then I put them in a heating pad. So I redid some of them. It's just gonna take longer. It's already late season. We got some coming out. Here we go. These are black cobras, like those. These are Pekins right here. Those are from like fresh pepper, so that's why. That's the difference. I popped the pepper open and just threw the seeds, and they came out. Unlike those were like older seeds, so they need the heat mat to help it like to what do you call it, sprout and stuff. So anyways, what happens is these dry up and they fall off and they fall, and this is what happens. Look how big they are. They're healthy. These aren't growing because there's not enough sun, but these are looking real healthy. So when they get a little bigger, I'm gonna transfer them out. These never grew. Like I said, they were like this. I just let them grow because at one time these were like this. They're like this. They're like part. They're what these over here. They're just small ones like this, little runts, because they grow in between like this. This is a separate one, so they won't get big from the big ones. But then I'll separate them, and then they'll get big like this. You see, there's another chili that fell down right there. There's three separate ones in here. One, two, three. And I put it there with good dirt, and then then I'll just separate them. But they're happy together. Just, this is my favorite ones. This is what we eat the most, anyways. These are just old. This one, I don't think this one made it either. These are making a comeback. Yep, they're liking it. So anyways, I don't even remember what the hell I was gonna say, what I was saying. What was I saying, guys? Anybody remember? What the hell was I saying? Damn it. Oh, well. Oh, that's right. Streaming. That's what it is, guys. All right, here we go. Because I was talking about this a little bit when I was leaving. And this happens a lot. It happens here sometimes, and it happens especially when I leave, when I'm not on the strong Wi-Fi, when I'm just on my signal on my phone, which is good. But certain areas, it'll just cut out, and it just ends the live stream. It just cuts off, and then it goes back on. Cuts off. Sometimes it'll just end the live stream. So when I left the doctor for my back, I was just the show that was on, but then the live stream just ends. If I see it, once we get in the elevator, it ended. But I recorded go all the way home. I was showing parts of San Diego. We were talking about it. Anyways, there's a way to circumvent that, where there's a program that you can add. I think it's OBS. And what happens is when you watch like live streamers, like guys from like I've seen it with Kick, when like their signal is like low or whatever, it doesn't cut off the signal completely. It's just like it's buffering or whatever, and it starts showing clips from old clips from old videos. I'm like, oh, how the hell? Because it's from the OBS. You download other stuff that they'll show in between, and then once the signal comes back on, it's like, oh, it goes straight to the live whatever they were doing. Like it never, they don't know that the signal went out. That being said, Mr. Kinsey, I went to the dark side, but I just went there. I opened the door, but I didn't walk in. I am now officially open an account with Kick. But also, I opened an account with Twitch. I'm such a successful YouTuber. Now, I opened them up, and I'm gonna, in the near future, gonna start streaming on both. But I'm not. Don't worry, people. I'm not gonna leave YouTube. I'm not gonna leave. I'm actually gonna use them in different ways. Um, and I was talking to Joey because Joey likes gaming, and I was like, "Hey, dude, this is the live streams." Oh, he was making all these like nice excuses just because he doesn't know, just like me. I said, "No, dude, it's not that hard, bro. You know, people fucking will just sit there and just chat with you just to fucking when you play video games. I didn't believe that's a thing, bro. And some people are fucking make money. So I'm gonna get rich off of it. No, I'm not looking at that, but yeah, it looks like a fun thing to do. And you don't have to be like a computer gamer. You just can have a set. Yeah, I'll fuck it, dude. I'll put my old PlayStation and my old Xbox on there and just play games on there. The only reason I stopped playing online is because fucking little kids. Oh, you're stupid. Oh, you suck. You're too slow. Get off. That's why I hate playing stuff online. Literally, that and they got expensive, man. Fucking games were expensive as it was, and then it sucked because then like you got so far to the end, and it goes, "Oh, if you want to continue this, you have to like buy this." I'm like, dude, that's the future of gaming. I said, I'm not gonna do that no more. And it was for me. That was the end of gaming for me. So I never actually I did buy a PlayStation 3, but I sold it to my buddy because he wanted it, and I never bought one. And then by that time, PlayStation 4 came out. I never bought it. 5 came out. I wanted it, but I never got one. Santa Claus never came to town, or I was never a good boy. Xbox. I actually like the Xbox. I'm weird that way, but I never bought it either. There's something that happened I didn't like either. But there's two games that I love playing, dude. I love playing Grand Theft Auto. God, I love that game. I love that. I can play that game for like 2 days. And then Red Dead Redemption. I seen that's another favorite game. But I like the Undead Redemption. Nobody really talks about that game. It never caught on. Those a collector's item, and I saw it by accident one time, and I went and bought it. Actually, it's a double disc. It had the Red Dead Redemption, and the backside had the Undead, where it was a zombie version of it. And yeah. So, anyways, yeah, they never made like a part two for that one, or another. They only just made the dead Red Dead Redemption 2. So yeah, I opened up some accounts. So going back to what I was saying, um, those guys that have accounts, they could live stream everything. They can live stream YouTube, Kick, and Twitch at the same time. Oh, but it all depends on you know on what program they have. So they can do. I think they do it on their phone and stuff. Yeah. So I gotta look into that and stuff. So that's why. So if it won't cut off, it'll just do like an intermission and stuff, and then whenever the big, So that was the big news, people. Yeah, and I'm gonna be a Kick live streamer and also IRL, and I'm gonna be a Twitch. Yay! Now, I want to do like not so much reaction, but I do want to do like commentary and stuff. Um, I like that. There's a guy that I really kind of like. He's goofy as fuck. I like how his takes on things and stuff. Asmongold. He's a goofy fucker, but he's kind of funny. I like watching him. He's the one that I watch a lot of. And dude, the guy just showed his how much money he just got on Kick not too long ago. He's been on Twitch and YouTube. I watch him on YouTube mainly. And he just showed how much he made on Twitch, and he made over 9,000. And then he showed how much he made on Kick. He made 213,000 a month in 1 month. That's insane. He said that's how I can afford to buy beef jerky. He loves to eat beef jerky. That's cool. I said I don't do this to get rich. I just do it. I do actually. It's therapy for me, honestly. Just talk. And originally that's what it was after my strokes. I can learn how to talk. Actually, make sure the cable and charger are properly. I got so many damn cables, dude. They don't fucking work. Oh, there it is, right there. Now it's working when I unplugged it. You gotta be kidding me, dude. My battery's dying, dude. I don't have the charger for it. Piece of shit, man. I thought it was the right cable for it. Make sure the cable and charger are properly connected. This happens frequently. Try replacing the charging cable. Fuck if I know. Give me a minute, guys. If not, this is gonna end soon. I'm at 14%. Yeah, it's healthy, man. Yeah, I could probably move these. Yeah, I shouldn't have to. Just let them grow there. If they don't broke, what fix it? Just let them grow out for the season. And once they get big enough, trade them off. Don't want to interrupt anything. Because if you interrupt them, they get shocked and then they get stunted. They naturally start growing. I didn't plant them there. It fell off from a dry chili and they started growing there. The ones that are smaller right now, they weren't supposed to grow, right? It's Mother Nature. Are you comfortable? You know you're not supposed to lay there. You know that, right? Yeah. Hey, como estaba en la cama, dijo, "Oye, vamos a dormir aquí también." Fucking dog, man. That dog is funny. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. Let's see. You know what? This freaking charger doesn't work. That's just what it is. So, I guess this live stream is going to end, guys. But yeah, hey guys, whoever came on, thank you for coming on. Thanks for the likes. I just said what I said. Phil in the Philippines, dude, you're falling, dude. But I'm not one of those people that cheers people going down. I don't. Believe it or not, I don't. I don't get a kick out of people's demise. I was a person that was told by the wisest person, do not criticize or hate. Learn from other people's mistakes. When I started this YouTube channel, I made it my sole goal and promised to myself that I would not use my channel as a troll channel or as a hate channel. I would just use it as, what it was, just my own channel. Um, I have been on YouTube for a long time. Not as a, you know, live streaming or even making videos because this is my secondary channel. But that's what I do on this one. It makes my primary. But my original channel, um, I don't do that just for watching videos and whatnot. But anyways, even then, I didn't get on and start trolling or nothing like that. What I'm trying to say is that originally, which is for entertainment, education, now's it. That's what YouTube is. Entertainment, education for me. It's not for hate, trolling, or anything like that, or even profit. Obviously, for me, it's been therapy. This channel, I've been just documenting just my thoughts and feelings and whatever, and the progress from the effects from my stroke and stuff. And somebody pointed that out to me. It's like, dude, he's right. I mean, I feel the difference now. I feel the difference now, and it's time to get myself out of that cocoon that I built. Peace out.